said that, so maybe it's a.
All right. What to start with? Driving?
Man, might as well.
I was just looking it up, so I didn't give you false facts, like the German Autobahn traffic laws.
Yeah.
So it is illegal to pass on the right, like completely. I mean, here I think it's like kind of like whatever, but over there it's like super big no-no. Like you got to be in the left lane to pass. And then let's see. Yeah, they're telling you always check your mirror before moving into the left lane. I imagine that's because some cars are flying at you doing like 180 and you're going like 80 miles an hour. They're going to be coming pretty fast. But the thing about it is if you're the slower traffic, you always have to be to the right. Like you can't just chill in the fast lane.
Yeah.
Like people do here, they'll be going like 70 in the fast lane for no reason. Like there'll be nobody around. And they'll just be in the fast lane, just driving 70, and you'll come up behind them and they still won't get over. Like, that's like illegal over there. Like, you can't do it. If somebody flashes their lights at you, you like have to get out the way.
I get so much road rage, man. I get road rage reading about people doing dumb shit. I was on Facebook, and this girl saying how when she in a fast lane going slow and people get behind her, like she goes slow.
What?
It enraged me.
What?
It enraged me, man. I'm like, bro, I hate you motherfuckers. I hate people like that. Like, if my girl get mad because I always hit the horn at people and shit.
I don't give people a lot.
Because people...
It's necessary, though.
She talk about road rage, people getting killed and shit, but I'll be ready.
I mean, but if you don't honk at people, it encourages bad behavior.
Yeah.
Like the honk, I feel like...
But no, she said when people do that, when people like high beam her when she ain't going slow in the fast lane, she goes slow and people honk at her and shit. Like, and she don't understand, people be getting killed on the interstate for shit like that. Yeah. They had somebody out here got killed.
I believe it. I know when I was in Denver, man, they had multiple instances of people like getting crazy and people getting...
Because you don't know who's behind you. You don't know what kind of hurry they're in.
Or what kind of life they're having.
Yeah.
They could be having like, what is that Michael Douglas movie, Falling Down? They could be having one of those days, man.
It could be a day where somebody got one more strike to get to work on time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you playing with them people's whole livelihood because you want to fucking Snapchat and drive and do your makeup and all that old bitch ass shit.
I'm like a huge, it's, oh my God. I can't stand when people use like social media while driving cars. Like texting while you drive is bad enough. To me, if it's anything that's that important, just hands-free call somebody. Yeah. Like, because all it takes is a split second for some stupid shit to happen.
Yeah.
But if you are the type person that is driving in a fucking automobile and updating your Facebook, you should be put on an island somewhere. Like, that is just insane to me. Like, your Facebook is so important that you'd be willing to slam your car into a human being.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's not even about you.
Update the status.
It's about the motherfucker that don't have nothing to do with your shit. And you putting your shit in their life by running into them and all that.
That's it too, man. Because the minute it happens, you might not get hurt that bad, but you have completely altered someone else's life for the sake of telling some people that you ate some crazy shit from Panera Bread for lunch.
People act like they don't understand. People got car seats in the back seat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like,
damn true.
Like you overdoing it.
But see the thing, and I mean, I'm sure this stuff is rampant in every other corner of the world, man. It's like technology gets more crazy. People are doing stupid shit while they drive. I just know in America, a lot of the problem is because people they feel super entitled on the road. Like to them, they are like, that it's all about them. So when you drive in other places, you notice that they set the laws up for people to get out your way. Like for everyone to stay out of each other's way. Like a law like that in Germany where you've got to stay in the right lane unless you're passing, or if somebody's coming up behind you really fast and they're flashing their lights, you're obligated to get out the way and not stop, because a lot of the time, man, like I said, somebody will be going 80. And then when I was over there, I'd drive doing like 180. I don't know if you ever passed anybody doing 80 doing 180. 80 does not look fast when you're going 180. It's like passing somebody like they're sitting still. So if I'm driving that fast behind you, I'm not waiting until I'm like 4 car lengths behind you to flash these lights. I'm like a quarter mile away, and I'm probably start flashing them then, like ding, 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 like get the hell out the way, and they'll move. But when you get back to the States and you still think you can flash your lights at people, they instantly get angry about it. And then they're not going to move at all. They're going to be like, oh, you're going to flash your lights at me? Well, I'm going to sit my Escalade right here in this fast lane and fucking pump my brakes. Like, America is set up in the way people's mentality is driving to create the traffic that everyone's in every day. Like, it's literally set up that way. Because, for one, it's super easy to get a driver's license here. So nobody really learns how to honestly safely drive a motor vehicle. And then once they get out on the interstate, the people that they're taking their cues from are normally crazy people.
Yeah.
So
hold that thought.
Like I was saying, I don't even know how you would say that. Rettungsgasse. Like they're required, if there's traffic in Germany, to like form an emergency lane. Like out of the traffic. I'm not too sure if that happens. I literally was there for 3 years and never was in traffic one time unless I was in like a major city during like rush hour. And even that stuff's like nothing in comparison to like Atlanta in the middle of the day.
America's just entitled, man. That's just the bottom line.
It's funny though, because somebody said this to me the other day and they were talking about how I guess, because you were like, maybe they were, I don't know where they got the idea from, but they were like, man, I got this feeling that other countries don't like Americans.
They don't.
And I told them, because, I've been around a bunch, I was like,
they loud.
They don't, and it's not an unwarranted stereotype. It's kind of something that we've built over time as Americans. Because, if you think about it, when people come here, they're not trying to shove their culture down your throat.
Yeah.
Like, they're honestly trying to assimilate, because what else can you do in a melting pot like this? Yeah. But, like, when you see Americans in foreign countries, I'm not saying this for all Americans. There's tons of people but, just a few ruin it for the many. Like, you'll be in a restaurant and you'll be like, well, where's the menu with English on it?
Yeah.
What you mean you don't serve hamburgers, man? Yeah. Like, it's just like, look, man. Ask them to translate the menu for you. Chances are, somebody in there speaks English because most countries teach their citizens to speak it because it's the international business language. But yeah, they're definitely out. There is a sense of entitlement, but I honestly think it comes from
speak American. Go to Japan
speak
and
American.
Can't read the menu and they're gonna tell everybody else to speak English.
Yeah, it's something that you see for sure. I've witnessed it, and I don't know. To me, it's as simple as if you are in a different country, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
Be mindful of where you're at, be safe, but you're a guest, basically, which is what that little stamp in your passport says. You're there for a limited amount of time to see the sights and to not bother anybody. So don't be a dick about it. But it's just crazy when you see like the contrast. Cause when I moved back and I was driving on the interstate, like I was here for like 2 weeks and I'm like right out on the interstate driving 6 hours to North Louisiana. And I'm like driving up the interstate and in my mind, I'm on the Autobahn. So I might've been exceeding the speed limit frequently. Because when you get in the car over there and you get on like the part of the Autobahn where you don't have a speed limit, you don't really like, oh, how much should I push the gas pedal? It's you just push it to the floor. And you don't take your foot off it until you need to slow down. So it's like when I got back here, I was doing the same thing. I was on the interstate just flying, and I'm flashing my lights at people. People were mad. You could tell they were not happy about that shit. But it bothered me because I was doing the things that I was doing over there, where I was staying in the left lane. I was not trying to pass people on the right. I was literally doing all this stuff, and in my mind, I'm like, dang man, why does people keep getting in my way? But it's because they're like, well, fuck this guy driving all fast and shit. Like, they just, I imagine they were mad as shit because I was flashing my lights at them, but still.
Yeah, see, the Facebook post that enraged me, a big part of it was how many people was in the comments like, girl, you so right. That happened to me, and I do the same thing. Like, come on, bro. Not all of you motherfuckers.
But that's the thing about the internet, man. There's always
people would try to run you off the road. I didn't seen it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I seen motherfuckers, bro. And then these people got kids. Like, well, the chick who I'm talking about who posted it, she ain't got kids, but these other people who's agreeing with that shit. Like, you mean to tell me you riding around with your kids and you doing that? You playing with your life and your kids' life like that? You don't know these who behind you trying to get somewhere?
It's very true.
You mean to tell me you gonna slow down even further, man? People go crazy.
To me, that's insane. Well, you know what? What's crazy? So I was in Denver. Somebody cut me off, like almost hit the front of my Jeep. So I wasn't even mad about it because at that point, living there for a year and a half, I realized that people couldn't drive for shit. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This is par for the course at this point. So he cuts me off to turn right. I take the right turn and I go around him and gas it so I can get past him because I don't want to be anywhere near this guy that almost took the front of my Jeep off. Apparently, he took offense to that. So he started following me to my house.
And then that's why you a fuck up at fucking with me.
Well, I didn't drive to my house. I kind of drove like half a block up and then I hopped out. And when I hopped out, I had something in my hand and he kind of just gassed it. Mm-hmm. And was like, oh, I made a bad choice here. But the fact that he would cut me off and then get mad at me for passing him, like it's not like I cut him off when I passed him. He went on the inside lane and I went on the outside lane and I just went faster than he did. But he got angry. Like,
how you get mad when somebody passed you? I don't understand.
He cut me off. I didn't even honk at him. Like, I'm telling you, there was a point out there where I was just like, you know what? As long as nobody hits me, I'm going to just let it roll off my shoulders. Because if you got mad every time somebody did something dumb in a major city, you go insane. Yeah. Like, people just can't drive in major cities. I don't get it.
Yeah, because I thought Louisiana was bad. But see, Illinois, man, that's a whole nother monster.
Yeah, Louisiana's really not that bad. It's not. Like, compared to other places I've been, it's pretty tame driving-wise. Especially even in New Orleans. Like, it's just, I don't know. Because Arizona was pretty tame, but yeah, Denver was, nah, man. Not so much. Atlanta's crazy, though. Yeah. But just the traffic. Mm-hmm. Like, driving in the neighborhood isn't that wild, but that traffic. You know what's crazy to think about? Like, all right, so like something like that where you know there's that much traffic. Like, it's been like that forever. Mm-hmm. There's been that much traffic. Why would you not figure out a way as a populace to stop the traffic from being a thing? You know, everyone's just like, all right.
Or have cool. alternate routes. Like, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, but think about that concept. Like, somebody has been living there for 10 years and they're like, you know what? Yeah, it would normally only take me 30 minutes to get to work, but it takes me 2.5 hours. Whatever. Like, that's something to digest that as a human being and be cool with it is mind-boggling, man. Yeah. That's fucking, you have to be somewhat insane. Yeah. To literally just give up and accept the fact that it's going to take you 2 hours to drive somewhere.
If your job's that good, if it's worth it, if they making it worth your time.
Yeah, I guess so. But still, I'd be mad.
But they need to update their system. They need to upgrade that shit. Like that, yeah, some kind of way. How many lanes is it? Like 6
in Atlanta?
It should be.
I think it's 6.
I think so.
Like when you get downtown,
yeah.
I think it is. I mean, that's a lot of traffic. I mean, I've been to California.
So I mean, like, what else can you do after 6?
California's like that.
Do they have like a metro, like a train?
No, they got the MARTA. Wait,
is it a train?
No, it's a bus.
Is that
what it's called? The MARTA. Yeah, MARTA.
See, what they need is a train. Now, if they get
that helps a lot in Denver. They got the light rail. Yeah. So like downtown, right? Like me and my old lady would never like drive downtown. We would just take the train. Yeah, I mean that's the best shit to do out here. It's like drive or Uber to one of these little south suburb spots. Mm-hmm. And hop on a train from there, then go downtown. Yeah.
Like, because you could park your car safely around there. Yeah, and then you just hop on the train from there and go downtown and then jump on the train when you're coming back. It's easier than going out there and trying to find parking and shit because it's year round. It's like trying to park on Canal Street or trying to park like around the French Quarter doing Mardi Gras or something, you're gonna pay your arm and a leg.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Then you ain't gonna be able to stay out there for
You kind of gotta
over
know
2 hours
somebody.
or some shit. Yeah,
Like, I
but
know
shit, downtown ain't nobody you could know unless somebody gonna let you park in a complex parking.
I got a parking spot uptown. My brother.
But see, New Orleans is different. I'm talking about downtown Chicago.
Oh no, ain't nothing like that down there.
Ain't nothing.
No, you just screwed.
It's apartments, condos, and buildings.
That sucks. Yeah.
So if you don't know somebody that complex you can park in, like you fuck.
Kind of assed out.
Yeah, you got to pay for parking. But we parked at the hospital.
Nice.
When we went to the beach.
They got a beach down there?
Yeah.
Oh, you told me about that.
Yeah.
I never would have thought beach, Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there's a big city, like, you know, when I figured out there's
it's
like...
man-made though.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the lake, but they just put sand.
Because, you know, like in New York, they got like a beach somewhere out there.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like, what in that 50 Cent movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, when he was out...
Yeah, they got it.
When he was out at the beach, in my mind, I'm like, well, where did he move to?
All that Coney Island shit, all that shit.
Yeah, that's all beach.
Got sand, yeah.
That's wild to me. Like, I never... It's not wild that it exists. It's just wild that my brain never correlated the North to having a beach. Because in my mind, if you're going to go to the beach,
I think Coney Island water and shit, right?
Where?
Like Coney Island.
Yeah, right here. It's by the ocean.
Man, I guess it should be shit. Makes sense. Look at where's that on the map.
I'm about to look it up right now. Now I'm curious.
I saw something else on here, man. Some trending shit.
Let me see what this is on the map.
Yeah, just looking at that right there.
Right. Yeah, just like all kind
of
prime real estate for a beach.
That's where they threw the fucking tea in the water. Huh? Or that's Boston.
Boston. Yeah, why does nothing like that ever happen anymore, man? I know they didn't throw it in there because
they feel like we didn't gain equilibrium. Like we didn't kind of settle everything. Settled. The British not worried about us no more.
Well, no, I don't mean why don't we throw British tea?